on the water. Guided to do this reading today from here, and hoping the wind doesn't interfere too much with the sound. But I am eager to see what messages come out for this group this morning, today, tonight, tomorrow, whenever it is that you're watching this, because the time is irrelevant. But if this resonates with you, then it is for you. Just a basic general reading, whatever messages come out. Thank you. Okay, so it is a time of change. This is a 5. It's a time of, they're saying, relinquishing the fight, relinquishing the battle. If there was a struggle before, no more struggle. It's time to rest. It's time to let the heart lead. It's time for peace. And it's time to let the divine now handle anything with which you were struggling before. 2 cards flew out, and I'm hoping these cards do not slip down in the little cracks in this dock here. Okay, yeah. So it's important to stop struggling, because the struggle has been taking away so much energy from where you're going. You know, you going where you're going. It's like you've been focusing so much on going where you're going and going to go where you're going, that it's become a fight. It's become a fight because you're trying to go somewhere and you're looking at it as there. We're looking at it as there. We're looking at it as somewhere that is not where we are. And that's created this struggle that's really quite, really imaginary. It's an illusion. So because it's something we've set up. Okay, I want to be there, but I'm here. I want to be there, but I'm here. It's sort of like, yeah, it's like being in the car and being like, we're not there yet, we're not there yet, we're not there yet. But you're where you are. Well, anyway, going too far afield with that. But point being, when you stop struggling, and they're showing me, make peace with the shadows, make peace with the parts of yourself that you've been resisting. Finally, make peace with all those things within yourself that you have been struggling against. Because really, when you look at that struggle and that fight with that sword, it's really been you against you. Even if it feels like it's been against someone else or a circumstance, it's really been you against you. So when you do lay that sword down and you stop struggling and you make peace with those shadows, then you can really move forward. Because you can allow yourself to be led forward. And it shows, you know, when you're not holding that sword, when you're not fighting, you're much more balanced. Because you do need balance to walk this narrow path toward the light. It is narrow. And right now is a time, they're showing me, when it does require all your focus and balance to move forward. Instead of staying in one place and being stuck struggling with that sword. Okay? Forgive the wind. Forgive the wind. If it's making noise in the microphone. I always love when I'm out like this. There's different reactions that people have to watching. And it's like, it's pretty interesting. And some people, it's, woo! I just want to go, hey, come here and tell me what you're thinking. I'm curious. Okay, so what came flying out was the Yang card. This is that new beginning. And this is specifically that new beginning of a co-creation with God. It is your human hands opening, because now that they're no longer struggling to hold that sword, they can open and allow the creation of that new beginning to happen. Ooh, just 444 on the counter. 4 and 4 came up earlier in the reading, and that is the number of home, stability, joy, returning home. So yeah, this new creation can happen now. And when you do let go of that struggle, you'll feel that moment of creation happen, that moment of conception happen. And then you'll feel the shifting. Then you'll really feel the shifting as these things are happening in your external world. Yes, it'll feel like, I never really interpret the meaning to be chaos and conflict from this card. What I always interpret is just discomfort as the world, don't want it to blow over. Whoa, like it just did. I'll edit that out. So the meaning I always interpret with this card is the adjustment. It's just the adjustment phase. It's not so much chaos and conflict as it is the adjustment of allowing those pieces to fall in where they are. As this new beginning starts, as the world's reflecting that, you're allowing these pieces to fall in. You're not struggling, you're not resisting, and you're receiving. You're finally able to receive as this happens. Not so much feeling like you have to be the one constantly giving or making something happen, struggling with that feeling you have to make it happen. No, you can just allow and receive it, allow it to come in. Oh, came out again. So, okay. Allow, there's that, so I'm getting allow with this. So it's like, see how that zebra is allowing those false giraffe markings to fall away. That zebra is not struggling, not panicking, not fighting it, not resisting it, allowing those false things that he may have identified with for a while to fall away, allowing it. Allow it to fall away because you have already had that moment of creation with the divine, so now it's just a matter of allowing it to grow, allowing it to happen, allowing it to be reflected. And in this place of allowing you, and this is another 5 for change, but there very well may be this feeling that you've made a wrong turn, that you've somehow gone off path, that you've been defeated. You know, with that first card, with the win or lose card, it's like you've been defeated. Maybe you feel like you're not fighting anymore because you can't, because you lost. But this card, I mean, this orphan feeling, it doesn't last long. It isn't true. You're not alone. There is this spirit self-represented here in the stump with this face. And it's always a transitory energy. It's always going to change quickly. Up, came out again. So 2 cards came out twice, Orphaned and Chaos and Conflict. So this group here, it's a difficult feeling time. But what I'm really getting is that the difficulty is an invitation to surrender if you haven't already. It's an invitation to stop struggling. It's an invitation to stop resisting. It's really, it's like that's the only way that you're going to see the changes you want to see is if you stop fighting, struggling. And it's not even so much the changes you want to see, it's the changes that are coming for you, the changes that have been co-created with the divine. You don't really get to see what those exactly look like right now, but it's trusting. It's trusting in them being unfolded before you. And I'm being guided to point out or emphasize the difference between surrender and giving up. From that first card with the sword, surrender or giving up. Giving up is to say, well, I was fighting, I was trying to make this happen. This is what I wanted. I put everything I had into this. I tried, I gave it everything I have, and I give up. And giving up is actually a form of trying to have control, right? Because in giving up, in saying, okay, this is not going to happen. I'm not going to get to see my dreams come true. I'm not going to get to experience what I'd hoped to experience. So I give up. In doing that, you're trying to still have control. The mind is trying to still have control. The ego is trying to still have control. Because it's saying, I know this to be true. I did this and this didn't happen, and therefore I know what's going on. I'm not going to get this. Or I'm not going to get anything approaching this. That's giving up. But surrender is a lot different from giving up. Surrender is, they're just drawing my attention to this third chakra with the personal power represented. Surrender comes from this place. Archangel Chamuel, surrender comes from this place. It comes from the place of, I acknowledge I've reached the end of my control, the end of my power. And I fully release and turn over and surrender it to the powers beyond me, trusting that I am being brought all of those things that I desire, that I wish for, in some form, in some miraculous way, in some way that my mind can't understand. It's still letting go. They're both letting go. But one is letting go, trying to maintain control, and the other is letting go, releasing control, and therefore opening up to the power that's far beyond our human control. So that was just a message that Spirit wanted to come through, okay, for this group. So this card lately has been talking about trusting you are being led. Trusting that you are being led. I can't hold the camera and show the card at the same time, but the camera will blow over. Okay, there we go. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Because I have two hands. It just takes me a minute sometimes. So, this is about trusting that when you do let go, that you're being supported, that you're being guided, that you're being led, that when you say, please send help for me, you know, I need help, please send me help, I surrender, please show me, you know, that the guides will come in both in the spiritual form and in human form. You know, you'll be sent guides in human form that you need. People who just come out of nowhere and seem to know exactly what you need, seem to be able to provide exactly what it is you've been praying for, seem to be able to connect you with exactly what you need at that moment. Say something. Maybe they don't even know they're giving you the message, but someone says something and you're like, those were the exact words I needed to hear right at that moment. That was the divine working through that person, sometimes without their knowledge. Okay. All right. Okay, so part of this thing we need to let go of for a lot of us is money, the worry about money, it's like a frustration about money, never feeling like there's going to be enough, not seeing how it's going to happen. Maybe your dreams are like bigger than your budget right now that you have, but this is asking you to release that, and it's another 4. Lots of 4s here about that stability and home being provided divinely. So you're being asked to see what's behind the closed door, which is endless abundance, not to fixate on what's behind that open door, the back of the safe there. So this is action. This card has been coming up a lot, so I do want to ask for clarification around this. I mean, I'm getting that it's some spirit-led action that's going to happen soon. It's an 8 for abundance. But I do want to ask for clarification just because for this group, what does this action mean? Thank you. Walking away. So the action is the divinely inspired action that you're taking now that you are being led and have surrendered is to finally walk away from whatever it is you have not walked away from yet, that you've been putting off. So I'm getting that in this group, there's something that needs to be walked away from for each person in this group that has been something that you have been delaying, putting off, not seeing how it's going to happen, maybe because of money. So you haven't walked away from it. You are being now guided very strongly to walk away from it. And when you walk away from it in unconditional love, represented by this pink, when you walk toward the light and you just walk away, close that gate behind you, you will be supported in that. You will be supported in that one way or another. Okay? All right. I'm going to pull a Lenormand message. And, okay. Lenormand message for this group, please. Thank you. And a clear. Oop, no, don't. If I lose one card, I got to order a whole new deck. You know that. Not good. That's the risk. The risk of doing these readings out here, right? I take a gamble. Then I might lose a card. Or maybe I'd make a little homemade one. No, it wouldn't work. Okay. So let's see. What order? Okay. Okay, so in the order that came out, this is the card about receiving. It is about receiving in your open heart energy. And this is about getting to that state of surrender and releasing and knowing that what you need is coming in a calm state. Knowing that it's coming, knowing you don't have to stress out, make it come, fight. She's got the book there, the book of wisdom, being wise enough to know that it's time to allow. This is an 11 for angel number 11. And this, next was the gamble, which this is like that action card. This is like that action card. It's like you're going to know the moment to roll the dice. You're going to know the moment to walk away. You're going to know the moment to take that leap you've been putting off. And when you do, it will be more exciting than you can imagine. They're saying it will be exciting rather than scary, is what they just said with that. And this is like that solar plexus card. You are moving into your power through this. As you do this, as you walk away from these things that are no longer serving you and lifting you up, it's empowering you. It's empowering you to move into your kingdom. There's a castle behind this bear. You are being empowered. Okay. And now I'm just going to ask for a message from Archangel Michael for this group. Archangel Michael. Thank you. Believe and trust. Oh, wow. Check this out. Okay. I love stuff like this. Before going to sleep tonight, say, Archangel Michael, please enter my dreams and replace fear with faith and trust. Because you know fear and faith can't exist in the same place. They can't. They eclipse each other, as the wisest person I have ever known said to me. Look at this. Oh, and let me be filled with strength, courage, confidence. Look at this. Look at the Archangel Michael message closely. Believe and trust, and look at what's happening with the sword. Remember, I hope it's not blurry. Remember the first card with the sword being put down. He's putting the sword down. He's releasing it. And as he releases it, it's levitating. It's levitating because it's being held divinely. The power is divine. The power is from God. The power is not from his own hands. So he's believing and trusting and releasing that sword. Just letting it go, releasing it, and trusting and believing that it's going to be held and used as needed. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? Just like that first card with the sword being put down. So to end, we're going to have a message from Jesus. Thank you. I feel this powerful energy with this reading. Thank you, thank you. Wow, well done. Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Well done. It's like the moment you stop fighting, the moment you truly surrender, and someone just called the name India to someone else. Someone is calling someone else named India right now. Did you hear that? And I just met another India yesterday, and I haven't, it's been years. This is weird synchronicity you're witnessing happening right now for me. Okay, well done, thou good and faithful servant. So the moment you truly surrender and not give up but surrender, Jesus says, well done. Well done, now come with me to this new beginning. Look, he's like, come with me now. You're ready. Great job. You just passed that test. Now come with me. Oh my goodness. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, thank you. Thank you, everyone who's here. That was really powerful. And I hope you will let me know how it resonates for you, please, in the comments, or connect with me. You can connect with me on Instagram now. I'm kind of new on Instagram, so show me how it's done. It's India4777. So I will see you again soon. Thanks.